Greetings, Shelpers. Thank you for joining Husby and I for Bookshop Simulator. I know I was supposed to do Vampire Crawlers, however, this just got out of early access and it now has multiplayer. So I thought we would get going on this. It's really easy to join, except it seems like they have to be on your friend list, which is a good thing because like the toggles and clicks don't really work too well. Do you know what store you want to be at today, Husby?
Whatever you want, honestly. I'm just here for the ride.
Okay, we're gonna go to my first store. I did change it up a little bit, I think. Do you want to be the cashier? Hand out flyers?
Oh, I think they finally... I like to be the cashier. I feel like that makes things flow better overall.
Ramona's really fucking slow, but it's not her fault, it's mine. So I'm gonna put her on stock duties, and then I will hand out flyers and keep the used books all the way topped up. Alright, when you are available...
I actually made it to where I can more easily join you, by the way.
Nice, and this is the first bookstore. We're working towards getting the last bookstore. Yes, you have little avatars now because you can see people running around. You can't customize them, you can just choose from presets. But that's alright. Okay, ready to open?
I'm ready to check people out, if that's what you mean.
You're checking people out right in front of me?
To make money, yes.
To make money? Those must be some good peepers you got.
That's what they tell me.
And there's our shop cat, Peanut. I wish you could rename the cats, but it's fine. We have rugs that can be... We had the rugs before, but you couldn't really customize them, and now you can do different colors and stuff, so... Love that. This is as big as this one gets, but now every shop has a storage room, and that was not the case before. Like half of this place, when I had it, like the back wall and the side wall here, had fucking stacks upon stacks of boxes around it. So I gotta go outside and start plugging away at the new mechanic here, which is you hand out flyers. And some people are like, no, but some people will go in if they get a flyer and like what they see. So that works. If they walk past your door, you don't always get the chance to persuade them. And you don't run out. I just accidentally, when I try to press, sometimes I will press them back into the stand. So, because I was like, oh, I ran out. But no, it's just me. It's me, I'm the problem.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the button for everything is usually like R2 for action, so putting it back is the same button as giving it to them. It's L2 to actually pick them up though, but yeah. I would like to own a bookstore in real life, I've said that a lot. With a big old ramp and multi-stories, and we have like writers groups and book clubs and all kinds of fun stuff. We have like this loyalty program where people get like a free book on their birthday and all kinds of cool stuff. In this game they added magazines recently, I guess, but I can't have them, I don't think, until I open up the new shop, which is in England. Yeah, because I haven't seen them, so I said to Husby that I wanted, what the hell was it? Oh, to make it a Christmas theme in England. And he said to me, have you seen where it is yet? And I'm like, no. And he said the location is snowy? I don't know. I didn't actually look it up. And yes, I know there are books on the ground, but that's simply because they are the special ones. I only have like one special like shelf in this one. Most of the other places I have two. Actually, that's not true. I think only in the place with the Halloween theme do I have two, but I would like more than just the one, but space is at a premium, don't you know? This is one of the rare books, but I'm gonna sell it for a good price, because even when I bring it up like 20%, they're like, yes, please. I figured out when we quit, oh, this is Harry Fucker, never mind. When we quit our stream the other day, we were like right near the end of the campaign, so Husby and I might not go back to it on stream, and we might just do a VOD or something.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know it was that close to the end.
Well, you never know. But yeah, that's what I intend on doing, is just having us do a short little VOD so you can see the finale and whatnot. So next week I'm going to be playing at least something different. I'm just shoving these boxes in here so that my stock team can get with the shelves. They don't always do it unless it's like really like out. Oh, I can't do that holding the box. Hold on. The cat's food bowl is kind of out of... There we go. But yeah, I love this game. It's a very relaxing game. I love the inventory management aspect. I wish there were more types of books, but each type of book you have, or each title, you actually have to have extra stock in the back, and that kind of takes up a lot of fucking room. So, unless you have a really big storage facility. Like, I believe we're pretty much at capacity for the amount of stuff. I could put something else in the middle of the floor, but for the most part, nah. I need to pick this book up. Stop it. Laughter House. Let's put this for sale. There we go.
Yeah, I just cleared out my solo files, Plague Hearts.
Oh, you did get that done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing standard on the game. I've been doing dread still. He keeps the curveballs on difficult though, or balanced or whatever, and I don't. I turn those bitches on positive as soon as I can. And he had a thing that I've never had before because of it.
I just got a curveball that was like bad rumors being spread about my community, so I didn't get as much, you know, the things that you get for doing stuff.
So you get less influence and whatnot?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the word.
I actually have gotten that too before I decided to cheat and switch it all to good. But the one I was talking about that you got was the Black Plague Heart.
Oh god, that one was rough.
I've never had that before because I don't allow them to do that to me. And you're on standard, and it seemed like it was almost like a way more difficult heart.
Oh yeah.
Like closer to like Beyond Dread Heart even.
Beyond what heart?
Beyond the Dread Hearts, because I'm doing Dread right now.
Also, I got more toxic purple bloaters.
Ooh, yum. I think I've gotten those two at one point. But yeah, in Dread now, even though I don't have Blood Screamers or Blood Ferals, I do have fucking Blood Juggers, so... like the Plague Juggers, so it's that's nice. So when they slam the ground, when you get too close to them, all that fun stuff, you get infected. So yeah, we're both going through our respective files. I don't think I'm doing any difficulty harder than Dread, because I see Dread as like hard, so green is easy, standard is of course normal, and then hard is the other one. And here in Dread, here's the thing, they have two more difficulties after, and one of them I think just says you've been warned and the other one says like a punishment for what you've done or something. I don't know, but I'm just like, geez. So I'm assuming that lethal, like the worst one, is kind of like Heartland with like fewer items, and yeah, because in Heartland, one of the first fucking things you come in contact with is a blood feral. And that little son of a bitch is really hard to kill. And blood screamers like scream and hurt your car and you and draw enemies, but they also like spew the like fucking plague up in the air. Really nice, very sweet, much wow. Yeah, I should really get more flyers passed out. I haven't really been passing them out. I've been like doing the other stuff.
So why did you ask me how you get the anti-material rifle? Have you never found one of those before?
I don't. If I did, it was only ever once.
Like probably when you were playing on Xbox?
Yeah. Definitely Xbox.
Because I would assume you got pretty much everything there is to get on there.
Oh, I don't think so. There are a lot of things I don't do. Sometimes I just do runs where I like try to kill the plague heart the fastest possible, and like there's a lot of stuff I don't do on there even still, to be honest. I try to help out all the people who need it though, because I'm always like, I don't want people mad at me. And when I did my solo playthrough on stream, a lot of the people were really fucking pissed at me because I was not helping them in time, because I was trying so hard to like get progress made in a timely manner that they were like, oh, you didn't help us. And sometimes I get where they get pissed, but like they want something from me and it's like something not important, and then they're like, I hate you for not giving me peanut butter or whatever, and I'm like, what? I mean, not that much, but like, oh, I want to joyride my car, why won't you give me like this car kit or something? I'm making this up as I go along, of course, but some of it is like, why are you that fucking ass blasted fuckery over me fucking not giving you fucking Taco Bell and a fucking apocalypse? But apparently they are, so.
Well, they wouldn't want any of that nowadays.
Yeah, no. They have little food as it is, so I'm assuming they don't want to lose the food, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently they found out the place it was coming from, the like lettuce that had the parasite on it, which by the way comes from fecal matter, human fecal matter. And after all that fun stuff was going on, they actually did a quiet recall and apologized for it. The people at the farm that, or the whatever that's supposed to be responsible, and then the government goes, oh, it wasn't them, it was a false positive or whatever the fuck. And it's like, sure, these aren't the people that did it, even though they recalled it, even though they apologized. But you know what it is? They gave like $1 million donation to the Trump administration or whatever. Something like that. I don't remember quite what it was.
Surprisingly cheap fucking bribe for those people.
Right? But in our system now, it's pay to play. You know, the FDA is going to stop regulating food and stuff like that. And these people are the same people who believe in drinking raw milk. And then they were like, oh, we're drinking raw milk, it's so good for us. And then it's like, no, there's a reason it's pasteurized. Like, it goes through this like heating process because they know. And then I was handing out flyers past 8 p.m. Whoops. I can't see my time on here, so.
Oh, it's cut off for some reason.
Yeah.
You want me to fix that?
I think so. If you can, because...
Okay, can you pause the game?
Yep, sure can.
Alright, let's see what I can do here.
That is another good thing about this game, to be honest. You can actually pause the frickin' game when you are online. Because Husby can... I can pause for Husby, so...
What am I on?
I don't know.
Hang on, I was on the wrong thing for starters.
You can make it a little bit smaller if you have to, because... To be fair, like, I can see because it's a pretty, you know... It's not a game I need precision on and stuff like that, so... As long as we can get it to work. Sorry, everybody, I did not know that my time was fucked. Because 8 p.m. is when the day stops, and even though you can, like, finish checking people out and whatnot, it really, affects, like, having to do other stuff.
Hopefully that'll do it for you.
Yep. I hope so, too. Ah!
Ah, shit, hang on. I hit the wrong escape key.
Okay. I was like, what's going on?
The hazards of having more than one computer that works.
That was terrifying for just half a second. Yeah, I'm on our, like, weaker computer playing this through the DAC. Which means it works. The DAC has been getting, like, a lot of updates lately, fam. Like, a lot of updates.
Almost every day.
Yep, and I think it's because they're trying to get everything ready for their new console. That's hella fucking expensive. And they have this contraption that they also raised the price on. And yet, the joy of life is that we have no hardware. The hardware in it is not upgraded. It hasn't kept up with the times. And yes, I know there are a lot of reasons for the weaker processing and blah, 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 blah. I get that, okay? But what I'm saying is, they raised their prices and then turned around and decided to release another console with the weak hardware. So they're gonna have to keep doing something. You know, and then they're like, oh, it's fine because, you know, a lot of things are deck verified. Well, Husby said that some of the things that are deck verified actually run like crap.
Yep. I forget what somebody made a apt comparison, but I don't remember what it was about, what it means to be verified on Steam Deck nowadays. I wish I could remember.
But you know, and that's part of the problem, isn't it? It's like, they're like, oh, it's verified, so you'll be able to, like, play games a lot longer even though it's weaker hardware. And it's like, but you won't, though. You know, I mean, they can help somewhat from afar, I guess. But it's not like they claim it's gonna be. It just can't be. So, yeah, they're gonna have to keep updating. But just because it's verified doesn't mean it works well. We have seen more than one game that has been quote-unquote verified that has sucked dick. So, companies are lying again. What a shock. I'm just trying to do the right thing by my boxes here. We'll see if I can. Okay, I need a space for 2 more books. This one will give me 1 more book. I don't know if I can get the other book, like, put away or whatever. I think they're all full now. Poop. Well, it'll come down tomorrow. It's fine. Let's see. Nope. That's a full crate. I just throw them in there. I really need to at the bigger stores. I really should get a whole stack. I did at the store in Japan. Made it so that I could simply have a whole storage shelf full of the used boxes that are opened, because they won't open them themselves, but in case there's like a rare book. But yeah, after... Hello. I don't think it works when everything's closed. I don't know if they like come in tomorrow or...
Oh, yeah, you're right, you did close it.
No, I mean, it's 8 o'clock. I mean, anything after 8 o'clock. That's what... So... Getting the crates will start everything. Okay, they're starting to line up out here.
Alright. Are you gonna do your BP stuff then?
Do you want to, or do you want me to?
You're the streamer. I think you should do it.
Okay. It's just my little price gun. It's fine. You go back here. We walk in through here and we start ordering. There's only so much you can order at a time though with the items, so.
Yeah.
So, sister's birthday party is tomorrow. And I actually made a card. I was gonna make another card for like, I haven't made baby siblings graduation card yet, and they graduated in May, so I'm like really behind, but they might come visit next month or early September, depending on. And I have time then if I want to do it in person, but it's hard for me because like I have a lot of stuff to look through and I have to sit up, so it becomes a difficult task. Even though it shouldn't be something that should take most people like a couple hours or so to like put together, takes me like hours within hi. I was in someone's head for a minute. Hours within like 3 days, so I did get her card done and I like it, it's cute. I had like 7 different thoughts in my head as to what to do with the card, but part of my problem with all that is I usually have 7 different ideas, mash them together and pick like the worst elements of each idea. Very graphic design is my passion-esque. But I was able to get it done and that's really what matters. I think I forgot to scan this one, but I'm scared I'm gonna over order and then they're just gonna throw it on the floor, so I'm gonna have to wait. Okay, this one has under 100, so you have to order more. Anything that comes in like 100 or so, we have to order if it goes under. Okay, I'm gonna watch this shelf over here because I think I fucked that one up right there. We'll see if the hole gets plugged or not.
What?
Yeah, you know all about that, don't you? Nothing. Now nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch.
Many things.
I was thinking about having us watch Spider Noir, but we haven't done it yet. Tomorrow I get to watch Wicked 1 and 2, like I said, so...
Okay, that's all the boxes then, more or less, once that one's done.
Uh-huh. So I did miss it. Shit, okay. Well, at least we fixed it. Okay, do we want to stay here, or do we want to move on to,
That's up to you. I'm just here for the ride.
Well, we'll see when everybody comes out.
They are already out.
Okay. And it's 20,000 today with you. Okay.
Fastest checkout in the West.
By myself, I can only get like 13,000 to 50 or so ish. But I think the checkout people have a lot to do with that. Because if you are... Then again, I didn't pay my bills yesterday either, so... But still.
But yeah, if you want to go to another place, we'll go to another place.
Yeah, we'll go to Japan right now. We'll see how it goes. I think the storage area in this one is interesting because it's like a whole other building. And I have like a small army. Yeah, there they are. Well, those two are my cafe workers that are going upstairs. Did I act? And there's my manager. Most of the time I put the managers in the extra room.
I'm gonna work the front one this time, see if that makes a difference.
Okay, that means I have to go and talk to the person you just shoot off the line. Okay. Cashier 44. Okay. So that means... Oh, cashier. I have him as a stalker because I didn't switch them out. So I need to find my best desk jockey. Hang on. 56 might be my best one.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. I get it, it's still warm. So 56 is my best cashier, so I'm gonna put them back on. See, usually at night I make them into stalkers, so. How we doing? Right here, the used bookshelf is only one.
Why is he here? I am working this desk buster.
You weren't on it, so.
It says I am on it. It says exit register. So open the place and let's see who's got it.
Yeah, I wanted him to like work the back one. Let's hope he takes the hint.
Get up. Oh, we'll see. Are we open?
I thought we were.
Okay.
Here, let me hop on the register. Get off the register once. If I hop on, he leaves, so hop on again. Are you actually pointed at it?
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, we'll see if he goes to the back one now, like a good boy.
Sure got salty when I took the other one. Dude.
Why do you want this one so bad? I guess you'll have to work the back one, I don't know.
So...
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with him.
Oh well. Don't want them to just stand around and not do anything.
I really wish we could have a second one of the used bookshelves and the other bookshelf. I like those, so let me see. Can I actually fit one in here? Probably not. Yeah, they just appear, so. I can't fit one by the other one. So if I were going to put one in here. If I could potentially, no. That's too far from the door then. Damn it. I might be an asshole and move the candy racks.
It's your store. What do we want to do with it?
Yeah, let me see how the door opens up back here. Okay, one of the candy racks is moved. Okay, I moved the candy rack over. There's one on each side of the door. Let's close the door for now. Okay, the candy rack still is not in front of the door. Mr. Socks's little bed is in front of the other door. And then we can have this. Oh fuck, where did I get it from? Okay. And then we can pull this here. We only have one, like, prominent bookshelf of the rare stuff, but that'll be fine. Let's see. I have to pay the bills here. And then I can get... I need to spray this. I forgot where my spray bottle is.
Spray what? Oh, you mean the paint?
Yeah, my personal shelf is probably in my, storage facility.
I was gonna say, I don't think this one has the same for customers like the trading card does.
Oh, wait. I have it upstairs. I have two personal shelves, you see. And I keep one upstairs. There we go. I will do that, and then... Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be loud. I tried to hold it in. I know that's not good for you, shelpers. And that's not, so don't do that. But yeah, we're gonna order pizza tomorrow and have big old bakery cookies, and should be a nice time. Hopefully. I always get a little worried about making people happy on their birthdays. As though it's my entire job in life to make them happy. I don't know. I get a little too overboard sometimes. I used to like all the time like obsess over like the perfect present and the perfect this and that. Like, oh, it has to be like the most perfect birthday they've ever had. It has to be just the right gift. And I would actually spend months like making a list of what everybody around me said they wanted. Like every time someone brought up something that they missed from like their past or whatever, like one time my mom had a little clip of Alf that went on her bass when she was playing in the band, because she was in a band for many years. They did like bar gigs and stuff, and she had a little Alf figurine like clipped to the base of her, or to the neck of her bass, and someone stole it one night off of her guitar. And she like talked about it on and off for years, and I found her one on eBay one year, I think for Mother's Day, and I just gave it to her. And then she had it clipped to the visor of like the car at one point. But yeah, back in like the 80s or 90s, there were these little figurines that their hands were like a clip where they could clasp to stuff, and it was one of those. I had a critter like that for myself. It was a like a bear with like heart feet or something, like hearts on the feet, but the feet were white. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of like stuff that I would remember for nostalgia purposes, or you know, just stuff to, I would keep it in mind every time everybody said they liked a movie, or, and I would stress so much about the perfect gift every time. Like, if anybody said anything like bad about my gift giving, I felt terrible. Like for the longest while.
Some people were real shitbags about it.
Yeah, some people were real shitbags about my gift giving. Like someone once tried to say I gave him a cursed object because it was like a necklace with like a dragon's foot, like a dragon claw, that was holding a crystal, and it was really pretty, I thought. And the person I gave it to really liked that kind of stuff, so I thought. And the person was like, she gave me a cursed item, and I'm like, I didn't. It's like mass produced. What was I doing? Like spilling virgin blood over it before I gave it to you? Like, I don't even know. And that wasn't the only time either, but I like tried really hard to match the recipient with the gift, and now I'm just like, well, you know, it depends on who it is, but or for what purpose. But like, if they're like really poor and they don't have a lot of money, I'm always like, is there something you want in particular? And I know that takes away the quote-unquote fun of it, but I know what it's like to be poor and not have a lot of chances to get anything for yourself. So to have somebody like give you the opportunity to give you something that you actually really want, so I feel that's important. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the art of surprise is better.
I think it just depends on the person.
No, that's true too. Some people can't handle surprises. Like, they just genuinely can't. It upsets them to not know.
Used to be really bad with it.
Yeah, I know you used to be bad with that. Not so much anymore. But yeah, for years, you and I picked out the gifts we wanted from each other. And over the last few years, we've started to like loosen that up a bit. And yeah, a good chunk of that had to do with like you not taking surprise as well. Which is okay.
Well, it was, but now it's even better because I don't do that anymore.
I know. But I mean, even if you needed that, that's okay.
Like the guys with the orange suits with the blue ties, go figure.
The guys who wear the orange suits.
And they have blue ties too.
Aha, relatable, eh?
Yeah.
you said playing the game, the State of Decay, that you found somebody named Turtle.
Yes. And they talk just like you.
I'm not the only person. I'm far from the only person who loves the F word.
Didn't say that, but
If they're fighting like a juggernaut and they're like, you unrelenting cocksucker or something, just let me know then.
I don't know if they would say something like that.
No, they probably wouldn't. But if they did,
I think you would have found such dialogue if it existed by now.
probably. Then again, I don't always have my sound up, and you say it's a whole different experience with sound.
It kinda is, especially if you're trying to keep track of where zombies are. You can't hear them at all, then they're gonna sneak up on you.
Oh yeah, in Dread a lot, they literally pull me over, like they plow me in from behind, and not in the fun married kind of way. Just like, I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? Half out of my skin.
Bad enough when they horde up on you.
Oh yeah, and they really do horde, man. And now every time I do a plague heart, I get like 2 ferals that come over and are like, hi there. Would you like me to eat your soul out your asshole today? No, not really. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway, just for you. Just for this one night only.
Is that where the soul is located?
No, but you can suck it out from pretty much anywhere. It's like watching someone's vacation slides back in the day. Or sorting through your publisher's clearinghouse junk mail.
So they don't exist anymore?
Oh no, I'm sure they do. They just reiterated, or, you know, there's a new iteration mostly online. And I told you, State sued them because they lied about actually giving money to people in certain states, because their commercials always were like, oh, like Clarissa Morgan won $100 for life or whatever, like every day for life from us, or somebody from like Stevens Point, Wisconsin won, like Douglas Smith won like fucking $10,000 a month or whatever, and it was a lie. Nobody from our state ever got money, and ours was far from the only state they had lied about, but they always made up. What?
Probably lied about all of them.
Probably. But yeah, they purposely would lie, because you would be like, oh, that means there's like a chance that I could win, because if they're picking winners from Wisconsin or Michigan or Iowa, whatever, like, I have a chance. And it's like, no, and they never intended on it. But yeah, it's a wild thing. But what are you gonna do? And it didn't stop them at all. They were just like a slap on the wrist after people gave us so much of their money. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. You know, so many of these fines from like all these different scammers, it's like, yeah, that ain't gonna hurt their bottom line for dick. And that's the point. Because if they really wanted to hurt them, they would be like, yeah, bankruptcy, bitch. Like, you lie to people like that, you know, you're gone. Nope, not at all.
But it's still an answer.
Yes, yeah. So, where that comes from, that a lie is still an answer. We watched this person who is not a nice person, and he did an interview where he lied his ass off. Doesn't matter about what. It was technically kind of an inconsequential thing, but anyway, he lied his ass off. And he had been lying to his fans for years. Everybody who didn't like him, he lied to. Everybody he did like, he lied to. He just lied. Instead of being like, you know what, it's my own fucking business. Like, he just lied. And when the person who gave him the interview came on his show, he was like, you lied to me the whole time. And the guy was like, no, I didn't. And then he's like, you did. You lied. You said you were giving us you know, telling us the truth, and he goes, it's still an answer. A lie is still an answer. So when we say that, that's kind of like where that comes from. Because I can't imagine hearing somebody say that at all.
Yeah, that's wild, but we've heard it.
And then, bitch, when people don't believe him in the future.
Yeah.
I can't believe saying stuff like that and having been caught as well in different lies on and off throughout the years and story changes. And then being like, why don't you fuckers believe me? Everybody hates me for no reason. And no, everybody just doesn't want to believe what I have to say. And it's like, gee, asshole, I wonder why. Can you imagine telling someone I lied to you and saying that they lied to you for years and then being like, why don't they believe me? Because you're a fucking liar and nobody has fucking cause to believe that you've performed. And that's part of the problem, isn't it? I'm gonna put him on stalking duty. Now that I sneezed, my nose is kind of fogging up. Sorry about that.
You need something for that?
No. It's just me and stuffy, and then I have to snort it up, and I hate that. I have something wrong with, like, my nose, and it's like an all-the-time thing. Oh shit, I picked up the wrong damn box. Oh, I can just toss it, okay. Alright, let me go see the drum. Okay, this is the teleporter. I have stuff in the teleporter. Let's see if we need a box of this, because I have a free one. I have like random ass boxes from when we overbuy. Ooh, we did need that. Okay. Saving money every day. Alright, where to go next? So I have to go back to the drum and see what else is in there. By the way, you still can't clean the kitty litter.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it ever actually needs cleaning, which is weird.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to clean it, and then it's just not properly programmed yet. So if you ever wanted to play with cat shit,
Particularly.
sorry, not yet, not yet. Maybe someday you'll be able to play with virtual cat poo. Okay, I'm gonna look at these boxes. We'll see if they're free.
I took care of the coffee stuff upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, you can help them fill it up and it actually will go faster for them.
Yeah, I already filled all the stuff up as far as the coffee goes.
I cannot find the outline.
Mm-hmm.
Do we not sell this book here? It might be the case.
Hey, look.
I sell it at the other place, so we can just suck that back in the hole.
Not sure if I see it actually, so.
Oh wait, yeah, we do.
Oh, right there.
I just ran right fucking past it like an idiot. Okay. And then that's all for that box. Getting rid of my overstock one day at a time. Overstock.com. Okay, this, however,
I don't even know if that place exists anymore.
I thought it's all about the O still existed, but I don't know. It seems like Wayfair might have ate them up, but I have no idea.
Oh, that's just the rest of this house slogan, isn't it?
Yeah, that was Overstock's actual fucking... Yeah. Okay, can you see where this goes? Because I cannot.
Okay, put it down.
You're gonna have to close it up and...
I don't see anywhere, actually.
Then how are we getting it?
Didn't you get it out of the teleporter thing?
Yeah, but what I mean is, how are we getting, like, how are they restocking it at night then? I guess we'll put it on an overflow shelf.
I'll put it down here.
Oh shit.
Did I do that wrong?
No, we just both zigged instead of zagged. So you didn't see it either.
Oh.
Okay, then I just didn't have any, I guess.
Weird.
Yeah, totally weird. Okay, I had some extra, like, signed books and stuff. I'll give this one here. Alrighty, I think that outside of the individual books, that's fine. Okay, do you want to stay here another day, or do you want to move on to the other
We
store?
can do the other thing and actually have me work a cashier thing.
Okay, after everybody stocks and then I buy the stuff, we'll see if it's about 20K.
Okay.
See if you did a good job.
I feel like I don't get as many people when I'm here, but
That could be because you're sharing them with the cashier, though.
I watch how he works and he's not exactly a slug at it.
To be fair, I didn't really get to do the flyers here either, because I was refilling up the extra books. So if you want, we can work one more day here while I hand out flyers and see how that works. Because when we were in the other place, I was filling or giving out flyers like absolute mad. So what?
Clear his throat awkwardly.
It was just like I had a cough or something.
You had a what?
Cough or something going on. Okay, we have extra stuff.
I thought it was because you were trying to like pretend you didn't say something.
Absolutely not. Why would I do that?
Let's do it. I'll spend.
Ah, man. Okay. So we only have 3 out of the 4 foods here for now. I'm not gonna mess with it, but I kind of wanted to at one point. Okay, everybody's still kind of working. Oh, there was a reason I was up there looking. Hang on. You helped them with this. I can steal from their tip jars, by the way. You did that already.
Yeah, I did steal already.
Yeah, I don't think they take it, which is weird. Okay, so what I need to do is we need 2 fruit sandwiches, a cream puff, and 2 baguettes. Okay, 1 baguette. Wait. Oops, I said 2 fruit sandwiches. Yep. 1 cream puff and 2 baguettes. Okay. Oh shit, I fucked up. I fucked up so bad.
I only said 10,000, by the way.
And that was before I ordered more damn books.
Yep, so...
Huh. Well, like I said, I didn't try to give out the...
You said you couldn't give them out in the other place.
Yeah, you can't give them out in the big place. Okay. Did I order anything yet? Oh, shit on a stick.
It looks like that you did. They're bringing stuff in.
Okay, let me go back upstairs. Ugh. Do you want to handle the other stuff right now?
What, the books and whatnot?
Yeah, the beeping. Yeah.
Right.
I think we need another baguette and another cream puff. Baguette, cream puff, go. You know, the idea of just like running around with a whole loaf of bread and eating it like a giant breadstick is just really weird to me. Maybe that's not what a baguette is, but I think it is. Okay, let me just walk through this way. Yeah, because now the outline exists, so it was probably Not there. How did I do a book order and not do that? I don't know. I'm silly. I am totally silly. But now the outline is there, so it should be fine. And then we will go to Vive la France. I know we were in France before, but we'll go to Paris. Ha ha ha. I've never been more than 4 hours away from home. It seems like almost every woman wants to go to Paris at some point. And I'm just like, the lack of accessibility dictates that I don't want to go. As sad as that is, I have to think about, you know, the elevator size and cobblestone streets or streets that are like cut off or places that don't have proper sidewalks. You know the drill. Yeah, Husby restocks like a cartoon character. Just like very, very go, go, go fast. Me, not so much, especially when there's like a panoramic view of like all the boxes. We could probably add a few more things to this place if I wanted to, but I like the variety, and judging by how many boxes we have in storage, we have enough products.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Sorry, it was 10 p.m.
I don't know why. Maybe, like I said, maybe it makes that big of a difference when... Although part of the reason I keep going back to the small one... Okay, everything good here? We'll switch to the Halloween one.
I think we're good, yeah.
Okay. One of the reasons why we usually do the small shop is because the small shop only gives you like 2,000 passive income. And if you can bump that one up, the other ones give you like 4 and 6, so... I love how it just says ping estimating and hasn't been giving us a ping lately.
It gives me one. The host, it gives nothing to, it gives the person who's not the host a thing.
That's interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, there's a lot of bills here, but this place is my favorite store. For no reason, of course. Absolutely none. Yeah, this is like... We have all 4 of the varieties of stuff here. This is like a really large store. I use the bookshelves to kind of like cut off an area for a cafe. I would like the new one to have like a designated cafe area, just like there's a designated like back room for the boxes, but I don't think they will do that. Okay, the animal food is full. We have black cats running around here. Yes, again with putting the manager in the closet, but she's okay. She likes the walls. I don't know. Okay, I gotta find my best 2 stalkers and... Whoa.
I thought you said you couldn't have one of these here.
I couldn't.
Well, now you can.
Maybe like the last couple days I worked here it helped. I don't know.
No, I bought it myself. Maybe that's why.
Cashier at 74. I think that's the best cashier we're gonna get our hands on.
Alright, and I will work the other one that they don't stare at.
Yeah, Kim is 65, so 74 is definitely where we go. Okay. There we are.
I'll work the green one, it looks like.
I don't know if I want to work the flyers or the reference desk, because...
Up to you, you can eventually show both things off if you want to.
Well, I'm going to start with it closed for reasons. Okay, we have enough books in the used book stack, wherever the fuck I put that thing. Looks like I have enough used books over there. At least for a little while. Alright, let us commence. I'm gonna try to do the flyers first. Oh dear God, I'm doing well, I can tell already. Here, take one. Here, take one. This is my entire advertising budget. Open up a Facebook page? No. Talk shit on Twitter? No. Get involved in literary drama on Threads? Definitely not. Book talk? Who even knows what that is? Flyers, man, flyers.
That's where it's at.
Yep. This is the non-social media presence.
Yeah, I thought I would try to get the thing out myself and see if I could help you with it.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm trying to win them over with my spiffy flyers to talk about things. You know, if I had the money for the bookstore I was talking about, one of the things I would do is like hold a Scholastic type book fair event. Because when I was a kid, and back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, they had something called a Scholastic book fair at school, and they would actually have these little flyers they would give to kids with all the like different kids books and bookmarks and different stuff with it. So you could go and buy new books. They would set it up in like the gym or whatever, and you would go and see the different books on the tables and see all the bookmarks and the stickers, and it was just a really fun time. And I would like to do that kind of thing again. Like maybe have an adult version and then a kid version. You know, have like some of the more popular like adult stuff like Game of Thrones, like bookmarks and stickers, and you'd have to like of course do everything officially licensed and all that, which would be a pain. But if I had a bookstore, I would be a billionaire anyway, or at least like have like hundreds of millions of dollars, so I could afford just to like throw away shit on frivolity. Like it would be like, oh, it's a net loss, like, oh, who gives a shit? Like it would make sense to me. But yeah, Scholastic book fairs were huge. Just like the day you got to use your accelerated reader points. Anybody remember that day? Did you remember accelerated reader?
Yep.
And in our school, because we had a little rinky-dink one, they had like a glass case like near the office, sort of. Well, it was actually near the end of like the second, because okay, my grade school was a short, small grade school, and I had like a front and a back door, and the back door had steps, so of course I never used it. But there was a big old glass case with like trinkets in it, like toys and like stuff for your parents or whatever. Like one time I got my mom these like 3 little beagle figurines for Mother's Day by using my accelerated reader points, and they just had so much stuff in there. And then you could like of course get it when you got the points for it, but usually they made you fucking save up and only did like accelerated reader day like twice a year, and your class would go. And it's like if you had like not great accelerated reader points, or if you had great ones but your class wasn't involved until whatever, then you basically didn't always get the best pick. But they tried to do what they could for the kids. And sometimes if you got like a certain amount of points, you could just get like extra bonus stuff. Like one time I won a case of Mountain Dew, and it was in the middle of winter, so I put it on the back porch that was like falling off of the trailer, because our back porch was literally rotting away. It was not a good idea to step out there at all. But we put it out there, and since it didn't have any kind of heat or anything, it was just like attached to the place. It was like a room, but it was not like insulated or heated. So it was cold as fuck in the wintertime. And I actually put the Mountain Dew in there and it froze. It was better than the freezer. And I would drink it with my brothers. And it was because I read. So That was pretty cool.
I think I remember getting Pizza Hut or something from that.
That's because there was something Pizza Hut had called the Book It program. And they would make sure that kids wanted to read, and you could get like a personal pan pizza or whatever, or personal pizza as a kid. You could do that.
They don't do that anymore, huh?
I thought they tried to bring it back, actually, but I don't know if it's stuck. Okay, you saw me hand out flyers. It makes more people come in. This is the reference desk. Before, I could go and just talk to certain people and whatever. Well, they don't let you do that anymore. You cannot walk up to random people, and if they have a, few genres over them, get a book for them. They literally have to walk up to the desk, give you the genres, and do I have a book for you? I keep or what?
The old standby.
Yeah, I keep ordering too many of those, so I have to actually,
Why that book in particular?
I don't know. I don't mean to. All of a sudden, it's just like, motherfucker, I have 12. Okay, this is a nonfiction. And I think it doesn't matter if you keep recommending the same ones over and over either.
It doesn't.
So it isn't like they're like, hey, you gave this book to me last time I was in here. I wish they would let us stock some of the different books behind the counter. Because it has bridges, it looks like there would be shelving. I'm just going to show you, see? But it's just the design. Oh, romance. Do I have a book for you? My sister loves the Court of Thorns and Roses books, which is what this is based on.
It's
Yep, sure was. Do I have a book for you?
What did you say?
Do I have a book for you? Every time they want romance, basically, I'm like, do I have a book for you? And I give them the same shit over and over. Take that, you maniac. Fantasy. This is right here. See, it's easy for me to see some of these because this is the fantasy shelf, this is the sci-fi shelf, so I can just run up to whatever and get whatever they want. Ooh. You get a copy of it. Very popular today, very nice. Romance. I should actually drop like a few copies on the floor, actually. I can do that. Hang on. They will not pick it up for me either. I might be able to get all 4 of them gone. Fantasy. Here you go. My fantasy. Well, I have $800 million and I have helped everyone I love, and wait, that's something kind of fantasy you mean? Okay, reference nonfiction, okay. So you're boring. Let's see if we can find you whatever for dummies. The For Dummies series was actually a pretty good line of books, honestly. They started off with like 1 or 2 topics and then they just did it like for everything eventually. And even some like non-sanctioned stuff was starting to come out. I don't remember what you needed, but I hope this is it. It's hard to turn sometimes in this game. Okay. Horror. Okay. Wrong way. Here you go. This is a book I personally wrote. It's based on the book I'm never gonna get published in real life. Enjoy! Someone has to. Now that I put the romance books on the floor, nobody wants the romance book. God damn it. It's almost like I cursed myself. Yeah, I so did. Here, have Jurassic Park. Yep, Since I did that, nobody's actually wanted it. Son of a beanbag. I'll throw out the copies if I have to. Horror, fantasy. There you go. I don't care if you haven't read the first books. True crime horror. Okay. There we go. Here's a horror book. Sometimes the movement in this game. Oh, do I have a book for you? I don't know why that book in particular ended up way over there. That copy. Here we go. Romance. Do I have a book for you? Oh, romance. Do I have a... It's just a book.
The Elders for Earth.
I'm gonna try to put it back on the shelf. There we go. If they want one, I'll just get it off the shelf, but I'm hoping. Okay, classic fiction. We can do this. I thought he said mystery. Classic fiction. Great Gatsby. Here you go. Enjoy. I didn't. What?
Dude.
Yeah, I'd be a good bookseller, right? Terrible fucking book. Hope you like it. I wouldn't read this again if you threaten to poison me. Have fun. It's fine. I think this is a mystery book. I have no idea. Must be. It flew into your ass. Cool. I do like the certain books with like the different colored pages and stuff. Oh, do I have a book for you? I picked up the second one instead. You're lucky. True crime, nonfiction, children. Okay, we'll give you one of these. Good thing my pickup range is actually pretty extensive. Science fiction.
Like a roguelike.
Yeah, kind of. Mystery or true crime. Well, I think this is based on the Zodiac Killer. It's one of the prettiest fucking covers in the game, so good on ya. Horror, science fiction, fantasy. I give you a spicy book. Fantasy. It's George R.R. Martin stuff, I think. So you're totally gonna get a new book of that really soon. Like I said, I really don't blame George for that in a way. There has to be a shit ton of pressure. Especially if the way the show ended was how he was gonna end it. Just imagine that for a minute. You have this series and you have it like all plotted out in your head, and there's like all these different families and factions, and this has to have a concrete ending that makes sense, and everybody, you know, has favorites as the books come out, but you have this idea, and then there's a show being offered, and you're like, well, hell, yeah, there's a shit ton of money on the table. I'm not writing very fast for whatever reason, and yes, I'm gonna say yes, of course, and I can help write the show. And then you do, and then it gets closer and closer to the end, and people are like, what? No, this ain't good. There's something wrong with this. And you're like, oh, fuck me. Because that's how the fucking show, the book was gonna end. And here's the thing, The Winds of Winter, whatever the book is called that he's working on, isn't even the last book in the series. He's got like one or two more besides this book he hasn't been writing. And you know what? Maybe he just really wants to say fuck it. Between the show and how they didn't like the ending, between the fact that and how everybody else is like, no, George, you have to end it. You have to tell us the ending. Maybe he's just like, I don't want to. He's like 70-some years old. He's like, I have done my time. Like, leave me alone. Let me count my money and swim in a vat of gold coins. Just let me Scrooge McDuck the last years of my fucking life, please. And people are like, no, George, bad George. So, I don't know. If he writes it and it sucks because everybody's been waiting a long time for that book, or if there was a huge departure from the show, but it was the parts of the show people liked, oh my god, they're gonna get mad at that too. Oh, but so-and-so ended up dying here, and we really loved their death. It was like an epic death. And it's like, okay, and? Like, there is really no winning for him at this point. So, at least that's how I feel. I mean, yeah, boohoo, first world problems, rich person problems, because he's a multimillionaire. But still, problems nonetheless. Like I said, that's just how I feel about it. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes because I'd be second guessing every fucking thing I did. And I already have enough of that with my own writing to begin with. I did what? There's a plot hole in this 500-word story? Like, how can you even do that in a 500-word story? Like, trust me, bro, it's... Okay, we can get rid of that box. I did hand out flyers for part of the morning, but as time went on, I didn't. So, wait, is this Harry Potter?
Looks like it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy the Potter licenses. Part of me thinks I should just, you know, make sure that I have all the books, and I'm rewriting the character in my head for who Bob Bowling actually is. You know, black trans writer of color who has he has a bowling league and gives to charitable causes and is not a dickhead. Because apparently it's really fucking hard not to be a dickhead sometimes. For some people, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, if you're not hurting anybody with what you're doing, like, even if you don't quote unquote or believe in whatever, if it's not hurting anybody else, why the fuck do you care? Like, it's not hurting you, it's not hurting, somebody's not hurting anybody else. You know, if I wanted to go out and like start like jogging, you wouldn't be like, oh, jogging is bad for you actually, because well okay, let me put it, let's do it that way then. Okay, hold on, I got a great example. Jogging. I can't jog, as you know. I'm in a wheelchair. I always have been, always will be. Okay? So if you start deciding to run a marathon, I can't be like, well, you wanting to jog offends me. I can't do it. I don't understand how you can stay upright on two little things called feet. I don't understand how you can maintain your momentum with those. It's not for me, so it shouldn't be for you either. You would look at me like I were knocking futs, wouldn't you? You'd be like, but running is something that most people do. And I'd be like, well, I don't run. So I don't understand it, so fuck off with your running, I guess. But is your jogging hurting me? No. Is it? I mean, I could even say, you know what? People who run marathons are flaunting their working legs in my face. Anybody who doesn't walk, who's never walked, like, you guys are flaunting your ability to walk. As a matter of fact, like, my husband's gonna have to like start crawling around the apartment now because he's flaunting that he can walk and I can't walk. No, he's just fucking walking. People are just running marathons. The marathons have nothing to do with me. But I could simply say that it does. because I don't understand it. I understand the mechanics of running and walking and jogging and whatnot. I've seen people do it, but I don't agree with it because I can't do it. It's like that. Like, why would I care if you jog? As a matter of fact, there are health benefits to that for you. I'm glad for you. It has nothing to do with me. But people like turfs and whatnot, like rolling, they make people being trans about them. I thought I sent him off to help, but I guess not. So now we got an extra pair of hands. Let me go up to the... Okay, we have a need for 2 cream puff boxes, 1 baguette box, and let's see, 1 fruit sandwich box, and I think we're full then. Yes, I have special edition books tucked away in there. And since I have 2 files of them, every once in a while Harry Potter will sneak onto my shelf because I can't always tell it's a Potter book. Which I should. They have a, let's say, distinct style. Okay, there's nothing else to get out of here. Alrighty. Did I buy the cafe stuff? Yeah, you must have put it away. Okay, let me go and get the... First, we're gonna close the reference desk, just in case I start tomorrow and don't realize it's not closed, and then I spend the rest of my time shoving books up people's anuses. Oh, you're getting that done. Okay. I'll start bringing in with the people. Yeah, the Dankula book I think has black pages, just like the basis one has black pages. I'm glad I found like places for all the extra boxes of shit I bought over the like days of playing this. Yeah, Husby like literally runs. You can run, but I think you have to hold down the stick, and I'm not good at that. I wish it were like a click. Or something is wrong with either the way I do it or something, I don't know. Let me find this box. Sometimes I have to close and reopen to find where something goes for some reason. There we go. Takes me a minute. We got a lot of stuff to bring back to life. I do this now so I don't have to do it later. I'm sure that most of these books, with like the exception of like the children's books, could potentially not be ordered for like 2 days at a time before the restock had to happen, but I don't want to run out of anything. I very much want to keep a tight ship. I was looking at this thread on Facebook today, and it was about like this woman who was, I think it was a woman, but anyway, it doesn't matter. This person talking about like needing the courage to, or whatever, to be told that they weren't just being silly when they wanted a career change at like in their like mid to late 30s. And you know, people were chiming in a couple times on there, but like Ms. Rachel was like, I didn't start Ms. Rachel till I was like 36 or so. And it was like right on the thread, so it might have been taken from like Twitter. But so many people think that you can't, like after 30, after 40, like your life stops. Like, what you are is what you are always going to be. What you're doing is what you're always going to be doing. Like, there's no time for you to do anything else. There's no career change. There's no marriage if you've never been in love before. There's no new hobby because whatever. And that's not true. People switch careers all the time. People fall in love all the time. So it happens. It happens every day. People will start college in their 50s. People will accidentally become parents again in their 60s. Men mostly, but still. It's like there's a bunch of things that happen. You can learn to take up an instrument, or you can learn how to play chess, whatever it is. You can do different things at different times in your life. So everybody thinks, because we are so youth obsessed in our culture, we think that we have to be successful by 30 or whatever. And that's not how any of this works. Sometimes you don't find your true passion until you're in your 70s. And, well, it seems like, you know, I don't know where the fuck to put this. Either I'm hallucinating or shit doesn't light up for me today. It was at the bottom and I didn't look at the bottom because of course I didn't look at the bottom, because why would I look at the bottom? The bottom only has shelves down there too, Toluca, anyway. You never know what life is gonna hold. Now, some people, their lives might be more set than others. My life is pretty set. Like, win, lose, or draw. Like, I'm never gonna, you know, become rich. I'm never gonna move out of where I am. Like, we're gonna be in this place until we die, we think. I'm at least 90% sure. Like, the place we moved into when we moved out of the farm is the place that, oh, this was the box we used books.
Yeah, that's all that's left out here now.
Okay. I am pretty damn sure that this place that we live in now, and we've lived in almost 18 years, is the place I'm going to die in. Unless, you know, or you get what I'm saying. Maybe not die in, like there's gonna be like hospitalization or something before the end. But like, I will never like move to a different state. I will never.
Fuck, oh, what?
Apparently we bought like $14,000 worth of books. I don't know.
So smaller equals more profit?
I have no idea. Sometimes it's random, and I was giving out stuff this morning, so flyers, so I don't know. Why do we make the most money in the smallest store? I don't know. You tell me.
Because we have less to stock?
I don't know.
That's my guess. Less room to stock then.
Unless I have a book or two that makes the prices of restocking go down in my little shop, which could very well be. But even still, we've never had... Oh, I know what we did.
What did we do?
I remember I went to the New Day on the other one, so we filled up Japan stock, and then we filled up this one.
Yeah, we actually filled this one up.
What I'm saying is, since we did Japan in the morning and then left, we bought double. That was the problem, I think.
Well, let's try another day and see if we're...
Yeah, we'll do another one. Okay, the reference desk is closed for now. I'm gonna give out flyers. I'll pay the bills. The bills are more expensive here for reasons. Oh, I need to find the guy who's my good cashier. Put him on the other desk. But yeah, my life is pretty set when it comes to most things. You know, I can still meet a new friend or two, maybe take up a new hobby or two, but I'm basically like nursing home construction time as far as like there's gonna be no grand adventure that isn't like, oh, baby's first life flight. I have not yet been life flighted, thankfully. But I have been in an ambulance more than once. I think if I were life flighted, I would have to almost be unconscious, like not know what's going on. Because for them to life flight me, I'd be like, you know, I'm really bad sick, or I'm dying and they need to fix me up, and then I'd be like in a helicopter and I'd be like, nope, like I'm gonna have a heart attack on that list, because yeah, I am a ground tortoise. I am not a turtle dove. I do not have wings. I just, to be in that pressurized thing with wings on it just to get through the day. No, 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 no. Sorry. Anything that has the capability of being in the sky that's not a bird, I don't want it. I don't want any part of it. And yes, I know statistically airplanes are way safer than driving. And yeah, I do have, you know, I have been in vehicles all my life on and off. So I get that, but still, I guess I'm a weenie. I also don't like the idea of being in the middle of the fucking ocean. I'm like wooden fiberglass, but that's again just me. Where's my sense of adventure? It's in my pants pocket that I destroyed years ago. I ripped out the damn seam. Although, to be fair, I love snowmobiles. Like, I like speed, so I think I would love motorcycles. Not that I can ride one. I don't have balance, and I don't stand up and shift and all that well. So, no motorcycles for me, but I love speed. And motorcycles are actually a death trap, so... Husby doesn't like speed as much as I do, I don't think.
Speed of what?
Going fast.
Oh, yeah. In real life, probably like that.
Like being on a snowmobile or on a motorcycle or... I get sick on like motion sickness really easily. Like if I spin myself in a circle on a game, I can get dizzy. I can get dizzy on a merry-go-round. So like, I would not care for roller coasters. That would not thrill me to death or anything. Like, I mean, not that I could be in a roller coaster anyway. Weight requirements, don't you know? But they never seemed like a good time to me. I'm just like, oh, puking my guts up next to strangers. That sounds fun. I could do that by giving myself alcohol poisoning at a bar. I don't want to. Sometimes they give you an identical twin walking right next to the first one. It's okay, lady, shaking your head at my lovely brochure. It's okay that you've never learned how to read. But it's okay, we do have children's books. If you would like to learn. The system is failing so many people in so many ways. It would actually be good for you. You have to remember there's the statistic of like half of the adults in America have like their reading level is 6th grade. So let's see, children, I guess. And it's a crisis that's happening in like a lot of different countries. Part of that's AI. Like a lot of people coming up now, they don't really have some, like, not all people, but almost half maybe will have problems with their job if they have to do stuff without the assistance of AI. And people are like, well, people said the same thing about people who use calculators. Calculators are a huge difference to me, but maybe they're not. Maybe I just don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you know what? It's still true. And what I mean by that is when I was a kid, we had to memorize multiplication tables and shit. How many people do that now? Is that something they still do with kids? Because most kids will just be like, teacher, I have a calculator. Like, why do I need to know this? So they'll be like, teacher, why do I need to know how to write a report or whatever? I can just have ChatGPT tell me what to say or how to think. By the way, I've heard that the administration is actually pissed off at like ChatGPT because it's too woke. I don't know in particular about what, but I do think it's kind of wild. So, yeah, can you imagine? No, don't trust this AI, it's a woke AI. When the last thing I think of when I hear fucking AI is woke. But you know, if you feed the AI on the quote-unquote right or wrong stuff, you could have an AI that has plenty of issues with the truth. And there have been people that have been using AI and then their papers and stuff where they actually wrote things about like abortion or gay rights or any hot button issue, the computer will fix, quote unquote. So the computer will actually fix it for you, the mistakes it thinks you made. That's pretty wild if you ask me. Can you imagine you like having a take about something and let's say it's not even supposed to be like academic, it's just something you will do like a grinds my gears type segment or an old man yells at cloud segment, and then the next thing you know they're like, well, hold on a minute there, you know, Schwa 725 says that this is actually the earth is flat, so it is flat. I mean, I hope it would take from consensus, but AI is not a scholar, and AI has taken to hallucinating a shit ton of things. A veritable shit ton. So, people think it's not true, but it is. I don't want to keep grabbing Sugarland. That was a good country band when it existed. Okay. Fantasy. But yeah, you see, anybody who controls, like, the knowledge and how it flows and everything like that, controls a lot more than you think they do. And if AI can, like, scrub certain things from our belief system, ... Somebody was talking about, like, all the things we believed in the 90s. Because they were like, before the internet, you know, nothing ever went viral, and it's not true. Because, like, a lot of the games you played on the playground, how did you learn those? How it was, like, I did something wrong here, hold on. What did you want? You wanted romance. I grabbed something else, sorry. Fourth Wing, book talk favorite, here you go. I think this is a horror book I picked up. There you go. Oh, and I just had a brain fart. So I have no idea what I was talking about. Cool. Romance. Again, I'm picking from the wrong stack. Horror, here you go. Fantasy. Yeah, I don't remember. And it's gonna hit me later and I'm gonna be like, fuck? Because I had something to say. Oh well. I always have something to say. Doesn't mean it's worth saying, I just say stuff. Okay, science fiction. Children, sure. I like recommending children's books. I kind of wish in this game they had like more even numbers of things as far as like, okay, they have room for a certain number of, let's say, bookmarks, but then the bookmarks only come in 7 instead of 8, or they have candies 7 varieties instead of 8, even though their little like candy racks should hold enough for 8. So then you got to figure out what to do with the rest of them. So oops, you only need one of these. There we go. Non-fiction children. I guess that means like your nephew or your sons or daughters. Or science fiction. They just filled up the dinosaur shelf. Fantasy. Yay! I'm gonna close the counter just because. Well, they took all my good books and they took all of the fucking crates I had. Holy Christ.
Crates? What crates?
The crates of the used books. I had a stockpile over there. Yep, I took this. There we go. Yeah, I almost need like 14, 16 crates sometimes to fill up the used bookshelf. And outside of it, the rare books and stuff, you don't really get a good ROI because each book is only like $3 or $4. But it's important to me to have a healthy used book economy. It does a lot because people can't afford always the big releases, you know? The $50 book with the foiled edges and the like spray painted end pages and stuff like that. But they can drop $4 on a paperback they stuff in a bag or something. And I read an awful lot on my Kindle with the free book C. But there is something about holding an actual book. The tactile experience of the pages, you know, the scent, the hearing the pages flip, etc. It is a whole different experience. Kind of like watching a movie at home in bed snuggled up versus having a date night at the theater. Speaking of the theater, The Odyssey is in theaters now. And I'm just like, I've heard mixed things about it. And it's 3 hours, but it's an epic for a reason, you know? Okay, I'm gonna suck this one book in. I'm gonna take the one that's almost gone. I'm gonna try to like feed it in so that's what happens. We'll try it out. The time engine. I think we already had one of those. Should be fine. Yeah, I've killed 4 plague hearts on Dread now. I just got one done. I'm actually having to like exit out of the game at points before my character gets totally eaten. And according to one pro gamer that I see once in a while, he said that if the game allows it, it's not cheating. So just to throw that out there, the game allows it. So definitely not cheating. Gonna put that up there. Yeah, Blustering Heights is one of the books they added. I'm like, did they do that because of the like English like place they put up, or is it more like because the movie? You know, people thought because Jane Austen wrote that fucking thing that it would be like just a sweeping romance. Wuthering Heights is not really romantic to me for the most part. It's just not. It's obsession, it's class issues. She's always been about the class issues though, to be fair. And you know, when she first wrote her books, she actually published it under the pseudonym A Lady, because back in her day you couldn't really be a woman and publish anything because women were considered too soft-minded and silly and everything to write stories. So if you wanted to be taken seriously, you had to have a penis. Which is still the way a lot of people think about a lot of different industries, to be fair. But there have been quite a few women who've had to use male pen names. It's like how a lot of non-white writers have to use like Anglo-sounding pen names to have a fair shake. It's wild, but it's true. They've done studies about callbacks and stuff for job interviews, where if you have a white-sounding name, you're more likely to get a callback. Sucks that that's the world we live in. I only give a fuck if you can handle the job or whatever, but I'm not hiring, so... I'd be a little embarrassed if I couldn't get your name right, because my tongue does not like certain things, and I'd feel fucking terrible. But I would try my absolute damnedest. Like, for one thing, if your name has an R roll in it, I cannot roll my R's. I just cannot. So if your name is Raul, but you insist on having the R, like, trilled, or you need it like that, I can't. I just can't. It's one of the reasons I never pursued Spanish as a language I wanted to learn. I always stuck with German because I didn't have to worry about that, fortunately or unfortunately. My mouth is not made for the more romantic languages.
So I'm kind of putting together some of your problem here.
But
Well, let's just say the cashier you have here makes 410 a day on his own.
yeah, he does. Yes, I have a lot. I pay a lot in wages. I do.
Plus, you have more employees here than you do at the other place, yes?
Yeah. But even still, the other place is not... Like, the other place only makes $2,000 a day without me there. So...
I don't know what was the determining factor overall.
Well, it's the other store is just, like... Since it's only $2,000 that we get... Are you gonna meow at me now? Oh my god. You meowed at me. Pussy. Oh yeah, I can make him stock. I always fucking wait so late to get him going.
Get him going. What are you doing?
I'm doing whatever I need to do to get him going. Okay. We need one baguette. We need one cream puff, one baguette. One croissant, so we need one of everything in the white boxes. We can get on that. You already filled up their coffee station.
Yep.
That was weird. Why did it highlight green for a sec? Yeah, that was beyond strange. Okay. Is it time to...
Yeah, you do it this time.
Okay, and then we're gonna go back to the small store. You're gonna be the flyer boy, and I'm gonna be the checkout girl. That way we give different, angles and stuff. Alright, where's my price gone? Oh no, okay. Almost didn't see it there. I'm blind. Okay. We need 1 crate of this, 2 loot crates of that. I could make sure I just tap it after every fucking shelf, but sometimes that would be a waste. To have that ornery driver come and chuck things out the window and only 1 box at a time. He'd be like, you again. I was listening to my music today, and Stick Season came on, and Husby's actually like, did he mention COVID? I'm like, yeah. Because there's a line in the song that's like, the doc told me to travel, but there's COVID on the planes. And then he's like, it instantly dates it as a 2020 song. I'm like, yep, not for people like me, though. People like me, you know, it's always... We're in like year 2000 of the panini, as people called it. But don't worry, with all the stuff the FDA isn't investigating, like screwworms and whatnot, and the cattle down south and all that fun stuff, we might have way more problems soon than what remains of the virus.
Black Plague, it's coming back in fashion, kids.
Right? Now you can play Ring Around the Rosie, the home game. Because that was about Black Death, in case anybody didn't know that tidbit by now, which I'm sure everybody does. Because the Ring Around the Rosie, the ring was actually like, when you had the bubonic plague, which was the Black Death, you actually got a line of sores around your neck like a necklace, like a bright red, like sores all the way around. So that's why they said ring around the Rosie, because that was your rosy ring around your neck. Pocket full of posy was because you were, well, you know, you didn't smell good. So everybody carried flowers and shit in their pockets for when you inevitably smelled like the corpses and shit all over. And then, of course, ashes, ashes, we all fall down is pretty self-explanatory. Jesus, you... like, zooms off at 4 times the speed as everybody else. Okay, new day?
That's... Oh, now it's just 13,000, so I guess you were right.
Yeah, it was because I had to restock the other store.
Yeah, I can hand out flyers at the other place if you want the first place.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the tiny, and we're probably gonna finish out the stream in the tiny. I think this will be the last day.
Alright.
Because we have dinner to get to, and I have to, you know, prep a little bit before tomorrow. You'll hand out flyers. I will be the desk person. Making sure we filled up everything before we left. I think so. Looks like it, kind of. Alright. If we run low on the crates on the inside of the thing here, you're gonna have to buy more. Maybe I'll buy a few more for you right now. Maybe I'll just buy some and then open them up. That way you don't have to worry about it. That was a very fantasy heavy box. I don't know if we're gonna need quite this many boxes because this store is a smaller store, but we're still gonna go after it. Okay, that should be fine. If we run out of crates here, peek in once in a while. And if we run out, you just crack more open.
Right.
Because they should be stocking them off. Stupid fucking toxic. Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And yes, I know it leaves money on the table. You know, I have to sell it as a used book anyway. I can't weed it out of my used bookshelf, so technically I should just be like, okay, this is not, you know, the twat that shouldn't, and just sell it. Okay, let me put it here. Alright, let's go. You can open up, turn the light on, and get your flyers going.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that yet.
You can just set them down on the desk or the...
I realized I've been handing them up this whole time. I thought you were gonna open sooner than you did.
I'll do it. Okay, they're open now. Begin. But yeah, I'll try to get them out the door as fast as possible because like I said, I do believe there is some type of capacity setting for a store. I might be incorrect about that, but I don't know. I wish you could change like the color of the bags and the coffee holders and stuff when you have a cafe. That would be pretty cool. You know, it would be cool if you could also kind of like have a little logo with, or at least a few choices of logo. It's harder for me to like pick up the candy and the bookmarks off the desk, even though I just hold the button. Husby says when you press the button it's better, but
Maybe not that much better.
I don't know, maybe it is. We are getting close to that 300k we need for the new store.
Good.
I'm thinking about doing an on-demand video, just a small one to show off the new one, but I don't know. Get out of my face. Exact change, I love you. I hate it when people give me like fucking weird amounts of change, even though I do the round numbers. In my one store, I was having problems with like getting everything around because at some points they'd still want like 650 or whatever, and it was like, you shouldn't want that. You should either want 6 or 7. I know, 6, 7, haha. But I'm serious. It's like, I made it round. It shouldn't happen, but it did. I think Husby is faster than me at this. But here is where I am today. That way you all can see something more than just me doing the same 2 tasks on repeat.
I can tell you one thing.
What?
The guy who you pay 410, he's fast, if not faster than I am at checking out, so eventually the guys get there.
Well, they're worth it then, in my opinion. Because if you don't promote them, they don't cost more money, but then they don't go up in level, and yeah, you want that. You really do. I love it when they pay with plastic. Let's go. Yeah, with you handing out flyers, there's not going to be a minute away from this desk. Which is fine.
The best tip that I do.
I have a problem sometimes. I'm like, did I give you one already, or... But yeah, rounding is essential if you want a quick cash register. Because I think, like I said, there is only so many people they allow in at one time. So if they're just waiting for you to check them out, they're not, you don't have new customers and to spend, so. Oops. Wrong one. Stop it. And then of course misclicking does not help either.
Was I supposed to keep an eye on used books?
It's somewhat. It's okay if you don't. But yeah, you can crack more open if you feel we need them. But yeah, we have a good variety of offerings, even at the tiny store now. I like being able to offer more stuff.
So far, it looks like they don't need to be cracked up. So.
Good. Like I said, even Barnes and Noble has the need to like sell Legos and shit now because they can't get by on books alone. I wish my bookstore would have a cafe too. That'd be pretty sweet. I would love to just be able to like sit there. I think that most Barnes and Noble do have cafes, Barnes and Nobles, whatever. But after what the fucking owner said about AI, like, if it sells, we're gonna sell it, essentially.
So noble after all.
Right, not so noble after all. But he's not an artist, he's a businessman. But he does advocate for proper labeling of AI so that the consumer knows exactly what they're getting. And I agree with that very much. I mean, even Spotify, who loves the AI fucking slot because then they don't have to pay for real artists, like the 2 pennies they get per like 100 listens or whatever. Even Spotify is starting to be like, no, you can't just put like AI shit on here. And I think one of the reasons they're actually trying to put a stop to it isn't because they're losing customers over it. It's because if Jack Schmo can fucking sit up there and fucking shit out 20 songs a minute, and it's like all of a sudden, well, guess what's happening to you? All of a sudden, your site, your service is fucking flooded with that shit. Flooded. Yeah, with you handing out things, I have a line that does not quit. My good Christ.
Yeah, I've got the science of it down now.
Yeah. Like I said, there's only so many people I think that are allowed in here, though. And I am way too slow.
Not everyone's gonna say, yeah, I'm going.
That is true. They will actually shake their head at you like, you want me to read, silly human? Reading's important. You know, we were just finishing off our paperwork for our lease the other day, and we had to sign like 4 papers or whatever. And I said to Husby, like, they're not teaching kids cursive nowadays. How are kids supposed to sign their name for documents for like loans or leases or anything? You have to sign your name. Are we going back to like when people could not sign their name and just had to put an X? And how does somebody know if that's your particular X?
Seems like the used books aren't really rolling today, unless, I mean, it's like, it doesn't seem like you need them restocked yet much.
These, since we're at the small store, they don't tend to go as fast, I don't think, like they do in Perry. Oh, I love exact change, people. Come on, keep it coming. Exact change or plastic. Ooh, $200 some, yes. Thank you, come again. Exact change your plastic. Let's go. It's so helpful. Oh, you're gonna be a dick. Yep. Okay, a fiber. That's fine. Sometimes I can't really see the total too well even still, so I have to kind of guess. Like, I couldn't tell if that was 5 or 6. Oh no. It's stuck near my... Sometimes they put so much stuff on the desk that it fucking flies off into oblivion onto the floor. And then you have to pick it up.
Protect the covers of oblivion.
Shot take the covers of oblivion. Oh, huh. They put Sheogorath in something stupid recently, and I don't remember what it was.
Other scrolls online and he looks like somehow fake.
Yeah. And everybody saw the article on Blue Sky, I'm sure, where I posted that the guy who made the Khajiit and Argonians and was at Bethesda or whoever the fuck it is for like 27 years was just fucking shit canned.
Yeah, Microsoft really did mean a big reset when they said it.
Yep. They meant reset where we corrupt our save data and get rid of all the good stuff. Like I said, my advice to any fucking, you know, people getting out of like school for like game design and stuff like that, go indie. Don't join one of these people. I don't care if like you grew up with like Crash Bandicoot or Kirby or Halo or any fucking thing. Don't. Just don't. Go into business for yourself, whatever. Start with your friends. Maybe go to a nice small AA studio. I don't know. Depending on the AA studio now. A lot of them are going AI. But for the love of Christ, like, don't go to the main ones. They'll chew you up and spit you out. And then expect you to fucking smile for the pleasure. I know, and that's corporations for you in general, baby. Yes, I know. I mean, one of the reasons why they think the outbreak happened with the shit disease, the parasite in the human feces, was that the person who owns the farms, the facilities and whatnot, doesn't let people use the bathroom. And if you're not given a bathroom break, much less with time to wash your hands, well, honestly, shit's gonna happen. Like, literally. So, how do you know, deal with that? People are so hooked on, you know, more and more profit for their overlords that, you know, you have people fainting in warehouses without fucking air conditioning. You have people who are, like, pissing in bottles and stuff when they're delivery drivers because they're told you can't take a break. I mean, it's fucking terrible. One of the best things about my idea for a bookstore, if I became filthy rich, is I would only have people work for like 4 days a week. Because people who work 4 days a week, they are much better like workers and they have better mentality and stuff like that because the work-life balance is better. So I would only have them work like 4 days. Oh, there's a bookmark right there or something. You fucking game. Thank you. They put the fucking bookmark on its side and I could not fucking click it for whatever reason. Man, that was rough. But yeah, that's what I would want, honestly. Is my employees to have like a 4-day work week. Would make sense to me. I mean, like, so many of our libraries are being gutted nowadays to the point where, like, local libraries are even cutting back their hours, and like during most of the week it's like 5:30, and it's like 5:30 for parents who have to work. Like, just say you don't want working people to use your fucking facilities and go. Like, what is a working parent who gets off at 5? When are they gonna take their kids to the fucking library? So they get home, let's say like 5:15, and they have to like rush out the door and pray to God you don't lock them out or something? Like, what the fuck's going on there? It's just wild. And they're starting to do it like really sneakily. Like, they'll announce the dates for the public meetings, but they'll fucking do it so the point where it's only like visible one place, or they only give you like a week or whatever to get your ass in gear and like say something about it. It's wild. Okay. We'll see how bad I did, because I'm sure you did amazing with the fucking flyers. Yep, I pet the pussy. Fill the bowls. Yeah, we don't, even though I have 2 sets of used books, we don't go through them nearly that fast here. Okay, to be fair, let's look at this. Okay, 15% increase to value to all book sales. That helps. We don't get that boost when I'm not here, by the way. So that'll help with it. 10% discount in apps, which means my book restock here is also cheaper. So that's a 25%. Already. That's 25% base already. I wonder what would happen if...
With what?
I wonder what would happen if I went to my big store and swapped out these books, because I can teleport books to other locations. So I wonder if I teleported this setup of books to the other store, how that would go. You know, the large one? So that's something to consider, actually. Maybe I should test it and then put different books in here that don't have this and see how it goes.
Yep, but I assume once stream is done.
Yeah, we're gonna restock and then I'm gonna call it. Just because I won't remember.
They appear to be lining up now.
Yep, I'm gonna go get my little shooty shoot. It scans the damn wall most of the time. Okay. I think this is a 3. I read a romance recently where the woman was like legitimately plus size. She was like a size 24 US. And for those of you who don't know, that's pretty fucking big. Most of the time when you're reading a romance novel, the woman cannot be over a size 18 without like having health scares or losing weight or whatever. So it was actually pretty shocking to have that be a thing. Because I'm like, oh, they're just gonna say, oh, she's so fat and she's like a size 12, and I'm like, okay. But nope, actually she was big.
That one though?
Yep.
That's what I mean, good.
Okay, it's not a no, it's just it had tropes that I don't like. For instance, I'm not high on sports to begin with, and it was a hockey romance, which are actually very popular in Romancelandia nowadays. But I'm not really into it that much, but okay, so he's also like really, really possessive. Like caveman possessive. Like anybody talks to the woman I like I'm gonna break their face open. Even when they're not dating. He's like that possessive. And they have like sexual chemistry, but they don't have any like regular chemistry, I don't feel like. Because most of the time when they're talking, it's about sex or being afraid that they're going to be found out because they're having sex. Because she's the secretary of the coach, so she's not supposed to like fraternize with the team members. And I'm just like, okay, what about like dating and romance stuff? And then they were at this one place and they actually got married in Vegas and they were both too drunk to remember. And they just take it both remarkably well. Well, he's wanted her forever, but she, you know, has this thing about like athletes who weren't kind to her when she was young. And she got rid of that right quick, I gotta tell ya. And I was hoping more would come of the being married without like really realizing it or whatever until after the fact. It was just a plot point to like get her brother upset at him for like half a second.
These books now. I separated them.
Yep. Okay. And
hey, look, with Iran was hanging, it's still pretty good. So.
Okay. So I'm kind of wondering if I move my books to the other store, if we'll start getting like better amounts. So that's something for me to try. If I do and I remember, I'll report back, but I might not remember to even do it, much less report. So don't count on it, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with me as this was not the originally scheduled program. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you back here next week. Bye!